Welcome to the Baltic eSports League Pro Season 1. My name is Derek Danger and together with me is Cookie. And this is the end of Week 7. After which, well, we'll have 9 weeks. After which we'll have a LAN event for the top 4 teams in the Hypertown Riga Expo in 26th and 27th of May. So, yeah, after this week we'll have more or less...
Well,
I guess,
know which ones
I
will
guess
make
which
it
could make it
yeah.
and which could not make it. So yeah, so let's see what we already saw this week. And we started out the week with Falcon eSports versus Vegan Unit 4, a convincing 2-0 from Falcon eSports. Afterwards, the same day, Žalgiris eSports, previously known as Public Enemy, went 1-1 versus Iron Wolves, but Iron Wolves forfeited 1 game, so...
Yeah.
And well, what happened next?
Keep Yourself Alive played against Team Salamata, and both the games seemed really aggressive. Both teams wanted to fight each other all the time. So but in the end, Keep Yourself Alive were able to win both of the games. So there's a 2-0. And today we'll see Team Country Gaming play against Surreal Gaming, and after which we were supposed to see NACL vs Siemens 5, but as both of the teams could not make it, they played it off stream. And we can see already like how it went. It's 1-1, and what I spectated the game, and both of the games were on NACL's side. Like they won almost both of the games, but just the first game, Siemens 5 were able to come back, and in the second game they were not able to.
And well, going in further for today, what we'll see: Team Coinflip Gaming versus Surreal Gaming. And it's going to be pretty interesting because we will have a late season roster change for Surreal Gaming. Their previous captain Big Mac will not be playing. Instead, Game Skill will take his place.
Yeah, as they just want to like get in, not fall out of the league. They want to get in the top 8. And not be the 10th or 9th team. I mean, they want to get 8th spot if they can. So yeah, for them it's going to be Nersos in the top lane, Game Skills, the new guy in the jungle, Macro mid lane, Kaiser ADC, and Atnex support.
And going against them is going to be Team Coinflip Gaming with Onyos in top lane, Lil Nom in jungle, Spurjas in mid lane, and Clydex and Riftwolf on bot lane. And well, so far Team Coinflip Gaming is 6-6, while Surreal Gaming are still looking for their first win, standing at 0-12.
Yeah, and they have, like, each week they do look better. I don't know how the change is going to affect them. Maybe they'll be a completely new team. But I won't say that Big Mac was their main problem, like from a gaming aspect. We don't know what happens in their communication and outside of the games. Like maybe Big Mac was really toxic or something like that. We don't know, but now Game Skills coming in.
I don't know anything
about him. This is a new name, so I'm hyped to see what he can bring to the table. As yeah, he's a new name, haven't seen of him before, but I still expect Team Coinflip Gaming to go through 2-0, as they are a strong team, like a really strong team. They have won a lot of teams like Falcon eSports. I think they won against Team Salamata. Oh no, they lost to Team Salamata. Unlucky. But yeah, they're still a really good team. They have a really strong bot lane. They have a good tank player in top. And Spurjas has always been trying to solo carry his team with Azir or with Echo, always popping off and just trying to secure the win for his team.
And well, I want to see what's going to happen at Surreal Gaming side, because Big Mac was like the crucial part of their team. All the plays revolved around him, and now with a different jungler, the team will have a different play style, I guess, and they do not have like bad laners. Nezul has been playing a lot of off-meta picks with great success. Now MC Ro has played mid pretty decent, like standing up against most of the players he's played against, and bot lane, Kaiser and Atnex. Well, Atnex has been like a super supportive support, while Kaiser has tried to carry the games, and he has almost done it, but well, we know that they haven't won a game yet. So I want to see what is going to be the focus in their team game will be like mid lane, will be like bot lane. What will they try to get ahead early?
Yeah, and as we know, Fridays, fun days, Axe days, Fridays are always the days when we have the most fun on our streams because it's Axe Day. Axe Day, and we have a lot of different products from Axe. Really nice products like 2 shower gels and 3 deodorants. So, Derek, it's your time to shine. Introduce the products to our viewers.
So we get 3 different deodorants. We get gold, we get black. Now, both those colors go really good together. I don't know how they smell together, but you know, you shouldn't mix things like that. Then we get dark temptation, and well, that's it for deodorants. But I wouldn't say that like that's it. They're pretty great. And for shower gels, we get mint, freeze, and carbon, and clean. Both of them are like pretty urban-y, I would say. Yeah, urban-y. And that's what we're about in the BESL. And together with that, you'll get Axe. And to participate in this giveaway, you'll be able to choose 3 of these 5 products. And to participate in the giveaway, you have to answer to the question with a hashtag Axe, which is which League of Legends division has the most players playing in it. And well, it also shares the name with one of the Axe products.
Yeah, and if you do that, just write in the answer, write in hashtag Axe. Automatically, you participate in the giveaway, and you can choose one of these 5 items. 3 of these 5 items.
And well, we will announce the winners. The winner after this match.
Yeah, these 2 matches.
Yeah, 1 match, 2 games. So yeah, it's going to be earlier than usual. It's not going to be after like 11. It's going to be after 9. So even if you go take a walk between the games or something like that, be here at 9. Do not run away after the 2nd game, and be here for the giveaway.
Yeah, the giveaway. We will, together with Derek, announce it with the drum roll and everything. It will be spectacular. And don't read the chat before so you don't get spoiled. You want to hear our announcement before. And yeah, the players are a bit busy, so we'll take a small break until they come back. And when they will be back, we're going to go right into the champ select.
Welcome back to the BESL, and we are in the Champions League between Team Conflict Gaming and Surreal Gaming, and already the first ban is coming through, and that is Jan targeted at Atnex, which will be playing through Captain Snowball's account.
Yeah, as his account got confiscated for a little bit for his bad behavior. Is that like the right term?
I don't know. He said that he doesn't have champions.
Oh, okay. Swain banned out against Team Conflict Gaming, so they won't be able to give Sportrise or Gnomestad, but to be honest, I don't think both of them really play the champion.
Probably they do. I don't know. Maybe Surreal Gaming has scouted them and know what they've played in the solo queue for the last couple of days.
Yeah, but I've checked also, and nothing was. Swain was not to be seen.
Well, they are putting all the bank on the Atnex account, and well, will we see the Kaiser ban here? Maybe Kaiser will finally get to play Kaiser, as it has been banned for like 2 or 3 weeks against him.
Yeah, because he spammed a lot of the champion a lot in solo queue. So, but still, I think that you could well, it's really open. It's really OP now, overpowered. So maybe ban it as a safe option, but they don't ban it. So. But we know that Cladix also likes to play Kaiser, so if Surreal Gaming don't ban it, I believe it's going to be a
Cladix was the first one pulling it out.
Yeah.
Now, I know that Cladix would be comfortable playing against the Kaiser, since he's been playing a lot of Caitlyn as well.
Yeah.
But has Kaiser played a lot of Caitlyn? That's the question here, because that's like the biggest counter, I guess. Not counter, but it's the really easy lane against Kaiser. Bully her out early game.
Yeah, and not let her get the item she wants, so she can start killing from the early game as well. And yeah, I think Kaiser could be a good first pick for them.
And yeah, well, Amumu picked. Skarner was banned as last ban from Surreal Gaming, so not letting Gnomes get to that. And that is Kaiser. So Kaiser first pick. Now, I don't know, if you do not play Caitlyn, I don't know what you can play against Kaiser. Maybe similar type of champion, or Caitlyn jinx everything with long range, something like that.
But still, you can go with Kaiser Listar, and that is a pretty deadly lane.
And well, maybe we'll get Zyra Khan, but I don't know.
I don't think Atnex plays a lot of Rakan. He's more of those Janna or Karma type players. So
well, Karma's still open just in case.
Yeah, it is. You can still pick it up, but I expect it to be something like I expect it to be more of a Karma. I think it's going to be Karma for support. And if they don't go Talia mid lane, I'm going to be really disappointed in their draft, as I think if Macro has Talia, they play like.
And it's going to be Azir.
So
Aatrox is Azir.
Well,
I don't know. Azir's pretty strong champion, and it helps to balance the Zaya's short range in the late game.
Yeah, but we've seen some games of Azir from Macro, and they weren't so bright. So, well, maybe he has played it a lot and has gotten better at it. But yeah, I think Talia is the best, as when he plays Talia, it seems like the whole team is more confident in their play. So I think it's one of the key champions that Surreal Gaming have to pick up. And
Spurja has picked up Veigar to go against Azir. It's a pretty. Oh, it's not Veigar, it's Braum, so placeholders all over the place. But Veigar's pretty great pick against Azir as well, since you can just cage Azir and, well, you force the Azir to go cleanse and only then cleanse works only so far.
Yeah, and Xinjiao, we saw a good Xinjiao game from Gnomes last time he played, and it was really good. So I'm not too mad that I was mad last time that he picked it up, but this time I'm pretty happy that he picked it up. A really good skirmishing jungler. Maybe Olaf would have been better, but I guess he doesn't play the champion.
And to close out the first phase, there's Karma picked up for either M0 or Atnex.
Yeah, and Falcon eSports were the first ones to like bring it in BSL. So right now we have to like doubt where it will go, as Falcon eSports put it in mid lane. And when it was mid lane, it was really strong because it can push well, poke well, it has a lot of shields, a lot of movement speed, gives a lot of control.
And well, Echo ban, so Spujas won't be able to get his hands on that, and probably they'll go for another mid lane ban, so they could just keep M0 safe in the early game.
Yeah, could be. Like, Anivi, well, if I would be able to ban, I would have banned out the Veigar, but the Veigar is picked as a placeholder, so yeah. I don't agree with the Malzahar ban, as I don't think it's a good, I don't think it's Spoja's type of champion. He usually plays something more aggressive and something that could try and carry the game.
Well, you can carry the game with Malzahar as well, just flash ult in on cooldown.
Well, kind of, but still, I don't think it's like Spoja's type of champion.
And well, we'll get the Jax in the jungle, but knowing Nerzel, it could be top lane as well.
Yeah, Nerzel, but I don't think he'll go Jax top. I think he'll go something like Yorick, or some more of a cheese pick, something like that. Jax, I would say, is 2 cheese, and it's going to be real good against Xinjiao.
And Teemo is Ornn, so only Xinjiao picked up from Team Conflict Gaming side, which is the right champion, which is not a placeholder. Now, Riffwolf, can you do this?
Can Riffwolf pick the right champion?
It's going to be Alistar.
Right?
Probably.
They have Braum already, right?
Oh, they have Braum already, so that is Talia for Spujas against the Azir.
Yeah, and the last pickup for Serial Gaming should be top lane, I believe. As yeah, Jax is. I'd say Jax jungle is going to be good against Xinjiao, and in the top lane I want to see Yorick, but yeah, and maybe will be Yorick as they are hovering it.
Well, it could be Yorick. Yorick's pretty great against like pretty weak early game champions, but Gnar. So Gnar will not have the easiest of laning phases, but after which it's going to be, well, Gnar scales well into late game. And yeah, if Serial Gaming gets to late game with Azir, with Xayah, with Gnar, then I think that they have the winning composition here.
Yeah, and well, it's going to be easier to lane with Gnar against Ornn because it's a range matchup against a melee matchup. With Yorick, it would have been harder because Ornn is really good against those melee matchups. So it's better, but still, I think Yorick is a niche pick that nobody knows how to play against, as you don't see too often. And we saw him play against some strong team. I don't remember which one it was, but he was able to just 1v1 the top laner and then had a lot of pressure on the map just by split pushing. And I think they had to send like 2 or even 3 members just to stop him.
And well, we'll see that and the rest of the game after a short break. Now the players are loading in. So yeah, stay tuned.
I can never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the game between Team Coinflip Gaming and Surreal Gaming. Now,
a lot of gaming.
Team Coinflip Gaming, yeah, a lot of gaming here. Team Coinflip Gaming on the blue side, and well, they got Braum. I don't know if they'll invade. Let's see, maybe they'll just try to defend, but I doubt that Surreal Gaming is going to invade themselves.
Yeah, well, I'd say the level 1 is stronger for Team Coinflip Gaming because they have Braum, and Braum is a really good early game champion, so you should never invade against Braum.
You get Carmen though, Carmen, Jax, pretty crazy.
You should never invade against Braum. Those are like the solo queue tips, but usually in solo queue you can invade because most of the guys, they run into lane, but they aren't focusing
and
on
well,
the
we
game
got some level of invade, game skill, getting chunked out a little bit.
Not too much.
Yeah, Gnom's got the ward on the red buff, so he'll have an idea where game skill starts.
So some early invades for vision only, and they are going to pick that up. And Riffwolf is standing on a ward, so the cheese won't work out for them.
And I would want to see game skill going full tank in this game, full tank Jax, without the Trinity Force or anything, because they got enough damage with the Xayah and Azir. And I think if there's enough tankiness with Gnar and Jax to hold off the damage from Kaleidex and Spurges, then it should be relatively easy to win teamfights.
And top lane, I expect to be just left open for
well,
players to fight out.
Interesting stuff we get here. Kaleidex started with the W, so we don't see that all the time.
Yeah, and Gnomes went for the invade, will steal away the red buff before Jax even gets there, uses the smite, and poor guy Jax will lose one of his buffs.
And yeah, unlucky start for the game skill, and well, Atmax is forced to flash. Kaleidex goes in, gets the first blood. Guys, a bit the first blood. Ooh, and it's a pretty strong combo together with Braum, since both of the champions like to stack. Well, they get stacking passives, and yeah, it worked out. All Braum needs to do is get like an auto and Q if it's possible. If not, Q is just enough for Cladix to pop the passive.
Yeah, and both mid laners just farming it out, not having too much, not doing too much yet. As Game Skill tried to gank mid, but yeah, it did not work out as Spojas was on the other side of the lane. But Spojas has had the advantage in top mid lane, as yeah, Talia usually can push out lanes easier than Azir, has more wave clear, shouldn't be too much trouble, but Game Skill hasn't had a gank yet and hasn't had too much pressure around the map. But Gnomes meanwhile just has been able to keep pushing out the waves. Gnomes has been able to steal away the blue buff and full clear his own jungle, and now he has a bit of an advantage there.
And well, I want to see if Cladix is able to snowball the lead. And yeah, with Kai's first blood, he should have an early BF sword if he decides to go for that. If not, then yeah, maybe he'll just go for the Death Stance build.
Yeah, I think the Death Stance build is better now, but both of them are good. With Death Stance you can get all three upgrades pretty fast, while with the Essence Reaver build you won't really get an upgrade on your W, I think. Yeah. So I enjoy the Death Dance build more, as it heals you more and you can sustain.
Gnomes is standing in the bush. He got seen, but yeah, so far I think, even though the first blood came through and there's a small CS lead, Kaiser has been holding his grounds pretty well.
Yeah, but this is something you don't usually see, is that Ner'Zhul on Gnar is getting pushed in by an Ornn. So
early game is pretty strong for Ornn for after the first recall. Till it's going to be pretty rough for Ner'Zhul until he gets something like a Black Cleaver, and if he goes for Blade of Drone King, then he needs at least 2 items to start bullying out Ornn.
You think so?
It's pretty hard versus Ornn, because first of all he's already tanky and he can just get his items without recalling. Already we see the Glacial Shroud on him, and versus the Doran's Blade is pretty much nothing.
But yeah, he's having a hard time there. Makra now is level 6, so he could try and set up a gank for Game Skill, but Game Skill, both of the junglers are only level 4, so they don't have their ultimates yet.
And first Drake is Inferno Drake, so we might see a lot of action here. On bot lane we'll see a lot of action regardless, in my opinion, because I think that both of the AD carriers just want to fight.
Yeah, it's Inside Vision or Quadix did just cancel Kaiser's recall, so he'll have to stay in lane for another wave, not to lose too much.
And well, Kaiser could lose a lot here if he doesn't recall, because the freeze has been set for Team Comfort Gaming on the bot lane. Well, was. Not anymore.
No,
maybe if
still.
the minion RNG is on the Team Comfort Gaming side, they'll be able to hold the freeze, but
fight top lane, and Ner'Zhul almost falls, or Onios did not land his ultimate.
And Gnome's coming in, forces the flash out of Game Skill. W does not land, and well, yeah, Ner'Zhul didn't flash either, so still has flash, that's good, but he does not have a teleport here.
Yeah, so he owes a lot of XP and gold to the turret.
And I think, well, I don't know how that happened. What happened there? Since he already recalled and teleported back, while Onias is still from his first, well, he hasn't recalled yet.
That will be his first recall. Gnomes now is in the jungle looking for some cheesy pickup.
Onias will be there to assist him.
Yes, and
I think he went a little bit too early. Will not be able to get anything here. He gets the knockup, but will have to flash out himself, or will he? M0 and Spojas are in position.
Well, yeah, but that is going to be another red buff stone away from Game Skill, so Right now, GameSchool has 0 red buffs, gotten for himself, falling in behind XP slowly but surely, as Clydex and Riftwolf both have gotten the advantage bot lane. If they do want to, they can just make the freeze happen.
Well, I don't know if it's easy to freeze at this point, since Clydex went for the Berserker's Greaves and the pickaxe, and Kaiser has a BF sword, so he should be able to push the waves pretty fast and reset them on the turret if he wished to do so.
But they are going to just freeze it now, and the control is in Team Corner for Gaming's on Team Corner for Gaming side, and they can't really go further, as if they go, then Sporjais could try and roam bot lane, so they should kind of call in for GameSkill to help out and to shut down the freeze, to help them push out the wave. But
I think that they just need to man up and go in the wave, and in these kind of situations, you just need one turn. For example, one good feather placement to just scare Clydex away, not to to pursue him away from the aggressive play.
Well, it's also really easy for Karma to just shut down.
And well, on top lane, another Arn ultimate comes in. Nezu flashed away from it. Does not have the ultimate himself anymore. So yeah, Onya's dominating top lane so far.
Yeah, and the mid lane gank did not work out, but Kaiser in trouble is going to be able to snare Riffle, so both of them just going to back off.
And well, big Clydex ultimate coming in. It's going to be Zaya's ultimate put down. Now Gnomes is trying to get to Fold proc, but will not get it. So Atnex falls, but Kaiser survives.
Yeah, but Kaiser did have to use both of his summoners. Atnex did not opt into using his flash, save that for later. Didn't think that he would survive if he would.
And now GameSkill and M0 are dead to try to stop them from taking the Drake.
Yeah.
And they do not know that the GameSkill's there, and big three-man stun. Now M0 will not be able to escape from this, as Spoja is flanked, and double kill for Clydex. Already 4 kills at 10 minutes for this Kaiser.
100% team kill participation for him and Braum, so both of them right now getting the MVP stats.
100% of the kills.
Yeah, 100% of the kills, that's also. And Team Corner for Gaming now 2.6k gold ahead.
And all of that is almost, we are pretty much on the bot lane alone.
Yeah, they have been able to outmaneuver Kaiser and Atnex, so not too bad for them. Nerzel is still looking to start punishing Onyas, but he hasn't had like the best of starts and can't really do anything for now as well, as he needs at least the Black Cleaver to really start damaging Ornn.
Well, worst case scenario, Black Cleaver and level 13 to have that W maxed. But till then, he just needs to farm up and not die 1v1 or to ganks and try to hold his third.
Yeah, he has fallen 30 CS behind, so not the brightest start for him. GameSkill still looking for his first red buff. Will not have it for now. Sporjais hasn't been using his ultimate yet. He had used it, but hasn't had a successful roam yet around the map, so still looking for him to impact the sidelines.
Well, for now, since bot lane's winning so hard, I think that he should just farm as well. We can see GameSkill is looking for a gank, and well, Sporjais is respecting the possibility of it.
Yeah, but I still think like another kill goes to Clydex. I still think that he could just keep snowballing the bot lane match if they could 3-man dive bot lane and just shut down Kaiser and Atnex completely. Like, they wouldn't be able to do anything this game, and Inside Vision or Clydex will be able to just deal so much damage around, and nobody will be able to stop him. As everybody on Surreal Gaming need items to become tanky, they are mostly like squishy damaging tools. So if they could just snowball Clydex out of his mind, then they should be able to do everything they want to do.
Well, Clydex and Riftwolf are already standing between the tier 1 tier 2 turrets, zoning away Atnex from any XP.
Yeah, well, Atnex had to use his flash earlier also, so doesn't want to be too It doesn't want to get caught out as Kaiser as well does not have any summoners. So it's going to be really hard for them.
And well, Bramalt comes in, hits both, and they're going in on at next, and he's going to fall pretty fast. Kaiser's the next target, has to use his ult now. Roots Kleidex, but it's still not enough.
And Macro misses the ultimate on top lane, so it's going to be him dying most likely. Yeah, he does die. And will Onyas be able to escape the stun lands? And
well, Onyas with the 1v3.
And he survives in the end, what? You know, Spojais could look for something. He has ultimate, so he could try and pick somebody off.
And well, he's waiting for it.
And he does go in. And
Nerzel still alive, but not for long, And 9-0 in kills for Team Conflict Gaming.
Yeah, could they have the perfect game here? Could they manage to do so?
Well, there's still a lot to do. They still need to take their first turret and a lot of checklists. A lot of things to check in the checklist before calling it a perfect game.
Well, they just don't have to die. But I think that I would say that they shouldn't really actually like rush picking up the turrets, as if Kai'Sa can get another item before she goes out of lane, that would be so good. So they could just try and freeze and not push at all.
And it seems like that they will go for the dive on bot lane, as Gnomes is already the game skill a little bit behind. He will find Gnomes. And teleport comes in from Nezu.
Yeah, and that is a dead Gnomes there. Got cut out, did not expect everybody to be there. But this just gives Ornn all the time he needs to take down the turret. He should be able to do so, as another wave is coming in.
Kai'Sa has the ultimate already, waiting for Rift Wolf's ultimate to go in. And it's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Rift Wolf already going in. And well, Kaiser flashing away, but will die regardless. Next target is Atnex. Atnex dies well. Double kill for Kleidex, going for triple. But yeah, the Winter's Bite misses. Now Ornn ultimate in top lane hits Macro, but Onyas is trying to turn this. And Spurges from over the wall gets the seismic shot and finishes off Macro.
Yeah, and Gameskill is the next on the table, but he is able to jump away to safety, so nothing much going down there, as Quadex together with Riftwolf are going to pick up the second turret for themselves, as Ornn got the top lane turret, and most likely the mid lane turret will fall as well.
And 9 kills already for Quadex. This is his best game so far, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
But, well, he just needs to not throw the game now. And sometimes that is harder to do than say.
Well, yeah, well, the thing is that you don't want to throw the game, but you don't want to be useless. You want to use the kills that you have gotten, so you want to deal as much damage as you can. So there's this like moment where you want to do as much damage as you can and not be useless, and you kind of int.
Well, sometimes you just get overconfident and think that you can 1v4. So yeah.
And yeah, Inside Vision getting some farm for himself, as yeah, the Qual Drake is the second Drake for them. Don't know if they will be able to. They would have wanted that as their like second Drake. If they would have gotten 2 Infernals, I think they would be more happier. But still, Qual Drake is really good. Allows them to move much faster. And for Talia, that's really well, as then she can just be everywhere she wants to be on the map.
Meanwhile, Ner'zhul is soloing the Herald, and well, it seems like he will turn around to go on Spurges. Ultimate from Gnomes comes in. Ner'zhul has his ultimate, uses it to stun Gnomes into wall. Gnomes flashes over. Now Onyas comes in to finish off the kills and gets one, goes in for the second one. Now Atnex being super low. The Gnomes Onyas does not have the flash now to get another stun. Spurges will try to catch out Ner'zhul, and will he get it? Ner'zhul flashes away.
Yeah, almost did father. Quadex and Riftwolf were able to pick up another turret, as Riftwolf just flashes over the wall and ults. Manly man And he goes for one kill, has gone, Kaiser dies, but still Atnex is running away. Will he be able to survive?
They really want this, but Clydex is getting
And
lower.
he's going to just burn before he gets to the fountain, and that must hurt a lot.
And yeah, bot lane, both turrets are destroyed already, taking the mid tier 2, and now maybe looking for the inhib. Seismic shot does not land. Gnomes tries to go in, but Nezel just leaps away.
And they want to open up the base, but don't want to commit too hard. As yeah, 4 healthy members from Surreal Gaming are defending it. GameSkill will not try and go with the flashy flash jump in stun play. Will play it safe. As yeah, another red buff stolen away. I think that GameSkill hasn't gotten any red buffs this game.
He got one, I think. And while Clydex just almost one-shooting, Nezel gets the 11th kill of the game for himself.
Yeah, and GameSkill now in trouble. Does use flash, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save him.
And well, the Winter's Bright. Winter's Bite connects a big Azeroth, but it does nothing. Now Kaiser might fall here again, as he has only heal as his summoners. And well, Onyas gets his 3rd kill of the game, going in further. Ace from Team Coinflip Gaming, and Clydex finishes it off.
21-1. A really confident game from Team Coinflip Gaming. Have been able to do anything they want to, as it seems like I think that Surreal Gaming shouldn't have gone with the picks that they have gone. I don't think that Zaya is Kaiser's type of champion. I think he should play something more safer, something like Tristana, Ezreal, or Caitlyn, something like that. I think the support pick okay. I think you shouldn't change that. I think you should go with the Talia mid, as I think that's Macro's most. I think Macro is most confident on that champion, and it's just so easy for him to do anything he wants to on that champ. And game skill he didn't have a good start, as Team Coinflip Gaming were able to just roam into his jungle, so he couldn't really do too much about that one. And then Nezel, I think, has to go with a niche pick, something like Yorick or Urgot, one of those to have more impact in the laning phase.
Well, let's see. Kaiser finally finishing his first item. Now maybe with some like 11 crits in a row, he could turn a fight.
Yeah.
And Clydex playing it safe, not going in onto Nezel there.
Yeah, I thought he's going to go in and just try and one-shot him again.
And even though Clydex did go for Dead Stance, he does not opt for the W upgrade.
He has gone with just, yeah, he picks up the Baron now. So Team Coinflip Gaming able to do that, but the smite was so early. If somebody would have tried to steal it, would have been an easy steal for them. As yeah, it does seem like they're going to go with a 4-1, as Onyas is already going to mid lane and maybe go bot, but most likely just try and push 2 lanes, top and mid, so that Onyas can join the fight as fast as he could. Nerso has TP, so he will be able to TP to help his team. As
Talia comes in. Is going to trap all of them in now. Onyas with the ultimate hitting 2, and Clydex runs in, gets 1 kill. 2 kills, and well, Splosia is getting 1. It's going to be a triple kill. Now GameSkill last man alive, and that's a quadra kill for Clydex. 70-0 and 3 on the Kaiser.
26 kills to 1, almost a clean game from Team Coinflip Gaming. If Gnomes just wouldn't have died once on bot lane there, where he got sandwiched by the enemies, it should have been an easy, clean game for them. And yeah, Rift, Clydex and Rift, both of them playing out of their mind this time, and were able to do whatever they wanted to do on the bot lane.
And well,
and now the damage graphs, let's check those out, as Clydex had the most damage in the game and was able to do God's work here. Was able to 1v9 if he want. I think if all the lanes would have just inted, he still would have been able to win this game for his team, as he was on a carry champion and got kills in the laning phase. Both of them together with Riffle were able to do anything they want to. and Onyas, even though he was against a ranged matchup, was able to do also anything he wanted to. Got a minion lead and almost solo killed Nerzo multiple times, made him back up, and was creeps and experience to the turret. And Gnomes didn't do too much this game, but he didn't have to do anything as all of his laners were winning. And
well, he denied game skill from early farm from
red buffs, yeah. So that was his main job in this game. And the macro also, the mid lane also, both of them just played it safe and didn't do too much. And didn't try and take fights that were unnecessary to get an advantage. As he saw that his bot lane and top lane already winning, and he has to be one of the supportive guys this time.
And well, that was for game 1. In game 2, maybe we'll see a comeback from Surreal Gaming, as if the bot lane doesn't think so much, maybe they have a chance. Not like a chance. They could have come back, I think, this game as well, but they were hesitant to do anything. They were just slowly losing the game. They were not going for plays, not going for anything. Even if you're behind, you can try to catch someone out. They did not opt into doing that. So I want to see Surreal Gaming just trying something, trying to do something, and try to play, well, the game to win, not to lose.
Yeah.
And yeah, since it's Friday, we have to remind you that it's Friday Axe giveaway at the end of the second game. And for you to participate in it, you have to answer the question, which is which League of Legends division has the most players, the most players playing in it. Answer to the question with the hashtag Axe, and you'll automatically be in the giveaway.
Yeah, and of course you'll be able to choose 3 of the 5 items that we have from Axe. So we'll show them after a pause that we're going to go into right now. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the second champion select for the game between Surreal Gaming versus
Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, and well, this time we'll have the Kaiser ban, but I don't know why. I thought Kaiser wants to play Kaiser for himself, but yeah, if I was in his shoes, I would like ban Caitlyn and force a Kaiser ban from Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, they should do that, but unlucky.
Now,
maybe they want to first pick Swain if it's left open.
Well, even if they first pick Swain, I think that Team Coinflip Gaming will just opt in for the Caitlyn, and the game one will
You think
have
so?
their flashbacks.
Because I think they would go into with Kaiser in this, like, if Kaiser is open and Surreal Gaming pick up Swain, then I think Aquatic still goes with Kaiser.
No, in that scenario, yeah, but you would like first pick Kaiser.
and leave Swain open.
Yeah, but Swain.
Maybe.
You can play around Swain, and here comes Caitlyn ban, so they wasted 2 AD carry bans instead of 1.
Unlucky.
Now what will Kaiser play for himself?
Against Zaya
Against Zaya and
or Ezreal.
I don't know. I don't support this, but we got 2 support bans. We got Jan, Lulu, and Orion. Same 3 bans from Team Conflict Gaming side.
Yeah, and I don't know about the Oriana ban, but if Serial Gaming don't go with Dahlia again this time, then yeah.
Well, Master E locked in, but it is not Master E. That is Braum. That's an interesting first pick, since I don't know if we've seen Atnex playing Braum too much.
No, we usually see Atnex play those caster enhancing supports, so a new one for him.
Well, maybe they think that Kaiser wasn't the problem. Maybe they think that Braum was the problem.
Could be. As another placeholder comes in.
And that is Rakan.
So they could go with the Zyrakan combo now. But they are going to opt into Jax for Gnomes.
Gnomes. Yeah, he's played a lot of Jax, and maybe they want to see what game skill can pull out without the Jax.
Yeah, and maybe just force him onto a different jungler that maybe he's not so comfortable on.
And well, Aatrox covered, same as in the first game. It's probably going to be placeholder, but it would be interesting seeing Aatrox in the game.
Yeah, it would be a niche pick, something that people don't usually play against.
And Aatrox is Ezreal. So Braum, Ezreal, bot lane locked in for Surreal Gaming. Pretty safe bot lane, I would say.
Yeah, not as safe as Ezreal Tahm Kench, but still pretty safe.
Well, they banned
And
Tahm
Or
Kench.
got picked up for Nezreal, so this is what I wanted to see from them game 1. And
But I don't know if Urgot is a good blind pick here, because Anya's, he has champions he can pick. I don't know, he can pick pretty much everything. If he opts in for the Ornn, it wouldn't be the greatest matchup, but the Ornn can still get out of the laning phase. They could go for the Scion, or maybe, not Tryndamere, I think, but Vladimir also, or Swain, pretty good versus the Urgot.
Yeah, and Blitzcrank picked up for Team Coinflip Gaming. Maybe it's a placeholder, but not sure.
And Blitzcrank, he has Tryndamere.
Oh!
So we'll finally see Anya's as Tryndamere.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we'll see it in BSL. So
and he is a big Tryndamere player, but probably his team usually says like, don't pick Tryndamere.
yeah, and this time he'll be able to show why you have to pick Tryndamere all the time. And that could, so they could go with the 1-3-1 composition again.
Or maybe this game will show why his team says not to pick Tryndamere.
Well, shush, with that attitude. But Echo is still open, so Spurs could go with that for himself, and then they'll have a nice 1-3-1 composition. They could go Sivir mid, Sivir ADC, I mean.
Maybe Sivir mid as well. Good
Sivir,
wave clear.
Yeah.
That's all you need for mid lane.
And a lot of mobility.
Easy to get assists.
Yeah.
Just
Easy to get pentakills if you're in a late game.
And well, as their ban, so M0 won't get that. And is that going to be an Echo ban as the 5th one? No, it is Jhin. So
4 ADC bans from Surreal Gaming.
yeah, they really want to test Klydex' champion pool, but I think he can pick up the Tristana or something. Tristana Jinx open as well. Maybe go for the Vayne. Since Kaiser's banned, you can always pick Vayne. If you play Kaiser, you can play Vayne pretty much as well.
Usually. Have the same like idea. And yeah, this is going to be Tristana. However, Ezreal has a nod to Serial Gaming that, hey. But Tristana picked up, and I'm interested to see what support they're going to go with together with Tristana.
Well,
Or wait, I think it was Rakan, right?
yeah, it
they
was
have
Rakan. So Tristana Rakan for Team Conflict Gaming versus Ezreal Braum on bot lane.
Yeah, and another placeholder coming in.
Or is it?
Or is it?
We don't see the jungle yet, so...
Well, if it would be ADC, if it would be jungle Fiddlesticks, then it would be
And Fiddlesticks is Talia, so you're pretty happy right now. And
Yes,
Elise in the jungle, that's quite hype because we haven't seen a lot of Elise played in this meta. But for early game, it's a really strong jungler. And if you're able to snowball the early game, you can pretty much 1v9 with Elise.
Yeah, and I like this composition a lot more than the one they had in the previous game.
And well, we get Yasuo mid.
mid.
It's going to be. It's not going to be like Facen's Yasuo, but this is the next tier.
Yeah. So, Facen's Yasuo, Sporja's Yasuo. Everybody else is Yasuo.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen all the Yasuos.
Well, no. I mean, Facen's Yasuo, Sporja's Yasuo, Faker Yasuo, and everybody else.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Maybe Sporjas will show up for himself. I would say that only thing that I would change for Surreal Gaming's comp is, well, except for the Tryndamere, if you leave the Tryndamere on top, then Alistar instead of the Rakan would be better.
Okay. Yeah, because now they have the 1-3-1 composition together with Tristana and Rakan. So Rakan will be this kind of not peeling, but he'll be the one engaging when the side laners come and flank. So that's the main idea for them. And Jax, I don't think that the champions really mash up together to be a good composition, but we saw Team Control Gaming just win lanes and smash game. So if they can do it this time, then it will be easier for them.
And well, we'll have the weakest bot lane matchups playing one against the other. Israel, Braum, well, they have strong early game until the first back, but afterwards, when Israel buys the tier, he can't really do anything, and Rakan is pretty much the weakest support in the early game when not combined with the Xayah. So together with Tristana, I don't know, that it should fail, but probably won't.
And we'll see if it does fail after a small commercial break as we wait for the players to loading. So don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
You spray. You trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
And we are back in the BSL. We got the second game between Surreal Gaming and Team Conflict Gaming. First game did go to Team Conflict Gaming pretty convincingly.
21-1, I think.
Almost a perfect game, I would say.
Yeah, almost. And it does seem like Team
well,
Conflict Gaming wants to invade.
Yeah, 5-man invade is going to be matched by a 5-man invade from Surreal Gaming, but they will just go in circles.
They won't meet each other. Maybe I want to know which team will like stay in the enemy's jungle and wait for them to come.
Well, this is super interesting pathing from both teams, as they might not even find each other.
Yeah, they could just run past each other. But
yeah, well,
will they meet? Will they meet?
Someone's gonna get caught out. That's for sure.
Wait, they split it.
Yeah, they split it. That is not perfect. And well, Braum got spotted. Yes,
Great.
they got pinged out, and they will just play it safe.
They won't go and try, but Riftwolf is going to try and put a ward down. Okay, so two guys recalled. Elise, no wait, Elise did not recall.
Well, there are 4 there.
They will try and steal away the bull buff.
And it's going to be warded, so probably a match. Yeah, even level 1 steal from the other side as well.
Yeah, but I don't think Macro should have been there. I think he should have already been mid, as he's going to lose some CS now, like three of them, right?
And
okay,
well, 2.
so he lost 2, and he lost one minion, and okay, so he lost 3 minions in the end.
Yeah, he lost 3 in the end. So you were right. And now bot lane already pushed in, and if Tristana gets an early push, that's a pretty much free lane for her.
Yeah, and the main thing is that Tristana has a hard time like farming under the turret. So usually you want to kind of push in against Tristana so that she, would have a harder time. But now Kaiser and the Atnex have the level 2 advantage, but they did not go up into going in. Why? Interesting. Why?
Well, I don't know if they can just all in with an Israel. They can try, but they should just get a small CS health advantage, and there it goes. They just lost the lane pretty much by taking too much damage. Now I think the hype matchup in this one is the top lane, and so far nothing happening there. But Nezu has a lane advantage at the moment. The wave is going to get pushed in, and both junglers will meet in the river right now.
Or will they?
Gameskill did not see him, but they have the vision of him.
Yeah, he's going to invade, pick up something, or go trying. Okay, but a fight in top lane. Onyas did go in,
and both junglers there.
Yeah, but Onyas is going to fall most likely. But no, Nerzo is the first one to fall.
And the first blood goes to Onyas with the ignite. Now MC Ro's already dead, and Onyas still alive, but MC Ro will finish it off. Gnoms is next on the line, flashes away, but will be enough. It will not. Double kill comes in for MC Ro.
Yeah, and meanwhile botlane trying to get an advantage for themselves, but haven't had the best engages yet, haven't gotten too much damage. Well, Ezreal is pretty low, but haven't gotten a kill yet. All summoners are still up, but Sporjais in the middle lane has gotten basically a free lane, as he hasn't been like punished for his range yet. But now that Macro has double buffs, he should have an easier time punishing Sporjais.
And well, top lane, Onyas, not the best first backs, I would say, but kill is a kill, and he'll appreciate it. Now, I don't know what Trindamir's build these days. I suspect he will just go for the Tiamat into Phantom Dancer.
Could be.
Well, he has all the ingredients for Tiamat, so that's probably for sure. But the rest, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some crazy Guinso Stinger build. And Surreal Gaming's want to recall. They don't want to lose too much XP and gold. So this has always been like their dilemma in all of their games, where they have to recall but they don't, as they don't want to lose too much. But sometimes that could just kill them, as they could go for a dive.
And well, a collapse of mid lane. MC Ro stunned, getting knocked up by Riftwolf. Now MC Ro is trying to get away. He is still alive, but will fall to the Tristana's explosive shot. Spurgeis has no flash, no way to get out. He has the cleanse, uses it now, and Blast Plant just comes in right on time.
Clutch Blast Plant, but Rift Wolf wanting to just keep going in.
And on top lane, there is a dive from Anyas. He's still alive. Pretty confident play from him so far.
Yeah, but Spurgeis cashed out in the mid lane. Gamesco is going to try and get that kill, but will he manage to do so?
And a small blunder from him, but does not matter. He secures the kill.
Yeah, was able to. Nerzo had to back off, but Bill just TP back to lane. Anyas does not have TP, so he doesn't really have this advantage to do. And yeah, if when Anyas gets out of 6, then Nerzo will have to be really cautious if he can just get dived, then Anyas can just escape easily with no problems.
Can Urgot kill Tryndamere when Tryndamere ults or no?
I think we'll see this interaction.
Probably not. And well, Anyas in a bit of trouble, but just dashed away.
Yeah, gets landed by the CC, but is easily escapes. Macro now roaming in to get some deep vision into the jungle. The bull buff is going to spawn soon, so just get a ward on that so that they know if Gnomes is there, and is going to just keep pushing in mid. Hydex got 1 kill from that Widow fight that they had.
And Nerzo 1v1 kills Anyas. Ooh.
He had the ultimate, used it.
And well, did Anyas has the ultimate yet?
I think no, I think he did not have it, but I'm not sure.
We'll see in a moment if Anyas is still level 5 or is already level 6.
Level 5, yeah.
And
so
yeah, level 5, so that is not great news for Anyas here. Since if Urgot starts snowballing, it's pretty much impossible to do anything versus him.
Yeah. Macro is looking to roam bot lane as he does have ultimate, and has exhaust, but now he does not. He just checks where Gnomes is, but still might go for it. As yeah, both Quadix and Riffle have pushed in pretty deep, but doesn't seem they're going to do anything. Spurgeis is zoning Macro off from the wave.
And well, the last breath comes in from Spurgeis. Will just poke out a little bit and takes damage. Yeah, takes damage in advance and a small trade on mid lane.
Yeah, but Spurgeis gets the advantage in that one, and it does seem that True Gaming have gotten the lane priority back as Kaiser now has Sheen. His Q's now pack a punch.
Well, Kleidex is calling his bluff, going in and well taking a small trade. But I think that well, mid lane, Cocoon landing on Spurgeis. Spurgeis really low, has no ult, but Gnomes comes in. He has no flash yet. Comes back in a couple seconds. Talia Wall comes down, and well, GameSkill secures the 3rd kill of the game for himself, and almost landing the Cocoon on Spurgeis as well. And Kaiser snipes him down.
Yeah, that's 7-2. So Real Gaming have a better start now, as again.
And on top lane, the ultimate comes in from Tryndamere, and a little bit too early from Urgot. A little bit too early now, all in on bot lane. Will they get anything from this Rift Wolf? Will survive?
Yeah, Inside Vision gets all, but now we know how the interaction works. So
yeah.
If Tryndamere ults and Urgot ults, and Tryndamere is CC'd and he can't do anything, but if the ultimate time's up,
well, Braum in trouble. Atnex might die here. Ignite popping, but he will be healthy enough. Now both of them super low. Kleidex might jump in, but he does not. Does not.
Yeah, he doesn't have an ultimate, so he doesn't want to risk it, as he could just get CC'd and die there. But Nerzo has a lot of trouble now, as yeah, Anyas is 1 level above him and has a lot of damage under his belt.
And well, Gnomes is there to dive Nerzo, and at the next wave he will not have his ultimate to turn it around, but Anyas won't have it either.
Yeah, but the wave were from
Spurgeis is even coming over.
Now he just puts a ward down in the river, goes back to mid lane. All he wants to do is just farm up, get his items, and then start doing damage so that he could be as strong as he possibly can for the split push when the split push comes in.
And well, on top lane, another fight. Anya's, well, Spurja is, Nuzzle missing the jump onto Anya's. Ooh.
Yeah, and takes a lot of damage for that, but yeah, Onyas is just going to recall, maybe finish his item. Has his ultimate soon, so he'll be able to try an all-in next fight.
And well, M0 already starting to hurt a little bit, opted in for the tabbies. But yeah, all of the damage from Team Conflict Gaming is AD damage. So, and a big all in on bot lane Rift, will getting the taunt off on both the charm rather, but it seems like they will survive as Gnomes flashes, but Atnex flashes, so Gnomes can jump on him. Nezul in trouble on top lane. Will he survive this? He will most likely not. And Anya's with the second solo kill on top.
Yeah, but GameSkill and Macro are there to try and punish him, but
Anya still has ultimate,
yeah.
so he might turn this.
But really, he doesn't get one kill, he ults, but it doesn't seem like he'll be able to do anything.
And they are kiting him away. And yeah, GameSkill 403 already now bot lane. The Gnomes wants to get these kills, both of them. They somehow got Kaiser, and now they are turning it onto Atnex.
Yeah, but they don't manage to get him. But
they will get the first turret probably.
Yeah, most likely. If Macro and GameSkill can't pick it up faster top lane, shouldn't be able to. As yeah, that is going to be the first but third for Quadex. He's going to share that with Gnomes, so good guy Kaiser there, for Quadex there. Sportrex is roaming around looking for somebody, but will not find anyone, for now at least.
Well, they will find the Drake, and it's going to be Mountain Drake, and Tristana with Mountain Drake can just take turrets all day long, and it's super good for their comp together, because they want to go for the 1-3-1.
Yeah, but to answer that, Real Gaming go for the Rift Herald, so they're going to just trade objectives, and it's going to, yeah, we're just going to have to see what they'll be able to do with the Rift Herald. It's sometimes that it gets cancelled and you don't do anything with it, but sometimes you could like finish you the game.
Yeah, and at a minimum it should get them at least mid lane turret if they decide to opt in for that. If not, then I don't know. Now Anya's already swapped the lanes since the bot lane took the turret, and top lane's pretty low, so a couple of autos from Tristana and top lane will be dead as well.
And yeah, and this it's going now as Phantom Dancer is built for Tryndamere, it's going to be really hard for Nerzel to stand against him. As Zero Gaming are looking maybe to try and catch out Sportgeist here, but most likely not yet. They're just gonna cruise by and go to try and defend their top lane turret.
And Anya soon to be 2 levels ahead of Nerzel, and it's going to be pretty rough playing against this Tryndamere. He's just taking the Krugs. Nerzel doesn't know about it. And yeah, an early lead. Now what's happening on top lane? Atnex playing quite aggressive this game.
Yeah, it has been like, I don't, if he has been playing pretty well, so right now I don't know why they have been putting him on these enhancing like supports. They should have just let him play on the on Braum and those that are meta, or maybe he has just picked them up now. So he wasn't ready before, but now he feels kind of ready. As there are 4 members in the topside jungle for Surreal Gaming. Sportgeist hasn't had too much impact this game yet. He wants to just farm up, get items, and then start split pushing. And the split push should come in sometime now, as the top lane and bot lane first tier 1 turrets have been picked up. So Tristana and Rakan can just start switching mid lane.
Yeah, well, Sportgeist still wants that. I don't know what he's going for. Will it be Phantom Dance or maybe Static Shiv? Or maybe Hurricane, but you cannot buy Hurricane anymore.
Yeah.
Melee champions. But yeah, he has the gold, he'll just recall, and they will get the split push starting.
Should at least do that. Will they?
Yeah, they probably will. No reason for them not to. That's like their team comp literally. Tristan likes to be mid.
But Onios catched out in the bot side river, and yeah, he didn't even use ultimate. Got just bursted down by Urgot and Elise.
And well, if they can continue to do that, then it should be pretty. That should open up some possibilities for Surreal Gaming to win this game. Now Urgot did not use his ultimate there, and while they're going on a fight, double Braum ult comes in now. Kaiser's ultimate doing no damage for some reason. They're going in further. Now Riftful super low. They want to get the full stack on the Gnomes, but they will not win. Ball comes down, and Kaleidex has to heal. And here comes the Urgot out sniping down Riftwolf.
Yeah, and that should be the mid and turret for Surreal Gaming. I think if Team Conflict Gaming don't make this,
and they still have the Rift Herald, so they can go for tier 2 as well if they wish to do so. And it's going to time out pretty soon, so yeah, the Rift Herald is getting put down, set down, and they will get to tier 2 as well. Now, Spurja is really low. Nezel in the middle of everything has to flash away from third range. Ignite is sticking, and he will die. Anya's with the kill. Now they get Gnomes in response, and they will just back off right now.
Yeah, as the turret also does not fall. So barely surviving there. And a miscalculation from Surreal Gaming. Thought that they could try and keep going. Or I would say that they could have kept going, but they hesitated a bit with the Herald.
And well, here comes Riftwolf with a big grand entrance, but they're turning it around. And a double knockup from Yasuo. He will get at next. Now they're going further. Or are they?
Yeah, they're just going to play it safe. As Onios, or I mean Spurja, hasn't really been split pushing yet this game. We still have to see that one.
Onios he's slowly taking, well, not slowly, but pretty quickly taking top lane tier 2. And Macro gets a kill on mid lane.
Yeah, just got Kaleidex, killed him there. Barely survived. Riffle was doing everything he could there. Was blocking the Qs, shielding Kaleidex, and also got the heal for him. But yeah, that still was not enough.
And actually, Talia in this game is pretty tanky, but will she survive Gnomes here? The Tabbies are doing the work, but Anya's coming from another side, and she is completely trapped. The Gnomes gets the kill.
And they are going to go for the Drake now.
And it's going to be Ocean Drake as the second one. Really benefiting the, well, Surreal Gaming side. And not the best for Team Conflict Gaming, I think, because they have Tryndamere, they have Yasuo, and Tristan usually doesn't have mana problems.
Yeah, what I don't like is that Kaiser didn't go with Ninja Tabby. I think he should have, as yeah, every single champion on Team Conflict Gaming has AD damage. Well, they are mostly AD. They have slightly some AP, but Ninja Tabbies just are so good. And I would think that if Kaiser actually would have went with the blue build, with Iceborne Gauntlet and Ninja Tabby, he would have been unkillable this game.
I would agree on the blue build. I don't know about Ninja Tabby, because you really like the CDR that Lucidity boots give you, and you do not need Tabbies if you do not get hit. You can just kite everyone down. And well, the second Drake goes to Surreal Gaming.
Yeah, Nerzel is trying to hold his own against Tryndamere, and for now he's doing pretty good, not too bad. As yeah, still
and well, Spurja is getting caught by the seismic shot.
Yeah, I don't understand why Spurja is still in mid lane. Why is he split pushing?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe he doesn't know he can do that. Or they have another plan in mind. They just want to go for the crazy one-ball combos, go for the highlight plays.
But why? They could just go 1-3-1 and easily win this game, as now Spurja is getting caught out. Or is he? No, he's not. They will not fall up for the play. They're just going to try and siege down mid, but yeah.
And well, double Braum ult comes in. Now Grand Entrance is going to give Riftwolf a way out, but Gnomes is trapped, and Game Skill with the 5th kill, 505 right now. And Surreal Gaming are going for the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, I still don't understand why is not Sportrise just split pushing? It would be so hard for Serial Gaming to deal with that, as Nerzel gets solo killed by Onyas in the top
And
lane.
both of the Nezel and Anyas did not use their ults.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but yeah, if they would just try that, like Sportrise just has to go to bot and split push. Like he has to not be mid now, right? He shouldn't be sharing experience and gold with Quadix, but he should be getting his own gold and experience on bot lane, and that would be so beneficial for the team, as it's really hard for them to like siege against Thalia and Israel. But then they should just siege against only Israel.
And well, game skill goes in. The cocoon lands on Spurge's cleanse comes through, but getting stunned by Braum and the big Yasuo ultimate, but it's not going to be enough as Spurge falls. They're going for Gnums right now, and they will get it. Yeah, double kill for Kaiser going in further. Can he reach for more? Still has doesn't have the flash yet. But he has the Arcane Barrage, so maybe he can snipe down Riftwolf. He's not going to attempt.
Questionable plays from Coin from Gaming. I guess they thought that.
And well, Anyas comes in for the big plays. He gets kited now. Needs to use his ultimate. Can he get something out of this? And he gets one. He gets M0, and most importantly, he stops the Baron.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Nerzel didn't try and ult him. Because we saw the interaction, and what he would have done is just
wasted the time for the ultimate.
Yeah, and Micro wouldn't have died there, so yeah, bad play from Nerzel would have saved his teammate, and then they could have went for Baron.
Well, Nerzel going 1v2. Just defending the middle turret.
Oh boys, we see Yasuo in bot lane. Good, finally we see him on the sideline.
And yeah, well, probably he didn't go earlier because he was scared of dying 1v1 versus game skill and maybe an MC Rose roam. That's always a possibility. And most of the deaths Yasuos usually have are while split pushing.
But still, that would have relieved so much pressure from the map if he would have just gone bot.
And now they see him bot and they start the Baron.
Yeah, so
Clydex coming from the top side is looking to do something, but he's alone there. The MC Rose wall completely zoned off, and Clydex jumped in, has to flash over the wall, and can the Argad ultimate kill him? And yes, it does. The snipe from Nerzel.
Wait, but he could have just jumped in, ulted Baron, and flashed out. I think if he would have done that, I think there was like that one point where it was on 50 HP or something like that. So he could have tried and stealed it and made the hero play. But yeah, when I said split push, I meant Sporge should be top lane, so that he could roam to Baron easily.
And well, Kaiser will find Anyas, and the arcane shot not connecting, so he has to be careful now. Now his team is there to support him. And can they get something? The cocoon barely misses.
Yeah, they're going to Serial Gaming are going to pick up the trade, and usually Serial Gaming have this problem. Even though they have a lead, they take too long to finish games, or they don't know what they should do to finish a game. So hopefully they can just do it this time.
Well, Israel will have his strongest point after the next recall. So if they do not finish it now, it's going to be hard. But at the same time, Team Conflict Gaming are full AD. So yeah, if Serial Gaming just builds some armor on all the members, they should be able to win all the fights.
And yeah, GameSkill, the new guy for Serial Gaming, 5-0-7, has been able to fill in the shoes of Big Mac with no problem. Well, if we take out the first game, but everyone said that was his problem. But this game has been able to show up. Has gotten a lot of kills for himself.
And well, Kaiser looking for blue buff, and he
steals
will get it.
He steals away the blue buff. What a guy, what a guy.
A red buff waiting for him. He'll have the double buffs. Maybe they will just take the second ocean, and ocean drakes are super good when you're trying to siege, as you have the sustain and the enemies don't.
Yeah, and it also benefits Macro and Kaiser a lot, as they will get a lot of region for their mana and health, so that will give them a lot of poke potential when they siege.
I want to see if Nezul can hold his grounds against Anya's, and if he can, he might see the first victory for Surreal Gaming.
And it's week 7, so
right on time.
Right on time to get to the LAN.
Probably not, but who knows? Maybe they.
Sometimes happens.
Yeah. Anything could happen. Maybe 6 of the teams cannot make it.
Whoa. Hopefully not.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Now Gnomes comes in with the jump and survives, but Talibal will try to zone him away and pushes him over to the other side. Arcane Barrage is not going to hit. A near miss there.
Yeah, but Onyo's on the middle is trying to 1v1 Nezul, but will he manage to
have
make
all the
Nezul
counter enabled. Now Nezul uses his ultimate. Will he get something? And he does not proc it again.
But an engage on bot lane. Will Ripoff be the... And the big Braum ultimate comes in. Can they try and win the fight? It does seem like Spurja is going to fall.
Yeah, Spurja is false. Game skill still with the KDA, and that is going to be ruined. Gnomes make sure of it, but they have the the inhibitor turret. They're looking for an inhibitor. Maybe they'll get Anya's as well. He has the ultimate and the flash to try to turn it around, but he'll just slash away. Needs to flash away as well. Now Atnex is the first one falling. Can Clydex turn this around? Well, he doesn't try to. As if he would have died, then the game would probably be over.
And an inhibitor down on bot lane and a big wave topside. So they could just try and go for that, as we have a pause coming in from game skill.
Yeah, maybe something related to his death.
Yeah, maybe he's mad that he has his KDA ruined now.
Well, still KDA isn't ruined.
Well,
it's not perfect KDA, but it's still 14 KDA. It's all great, and could probably match the top KDAs from BSL. If you take it like that, probably, I don't know.
Well, if you only place today, like he had 1-3, so together it's...
Well, yeah, that is not that great. But for this game, it's pretty cool. Now, Clydex had a perfect KDA last game.
Yeah.
Not so much to this one, but he is scaling. Will soon finish his 2 Zeal items. He already has the gold for it. So this is the point where Clydex can really start impacting the team fights.
Should be able to. He's going to pick up the red buff for himself, so we'll have some more kite potential in team fights.
The problem with that is that he has the 3 items. Usually with 3 items you deal a lot of damage, but in this particular game everyone has armor on the enemy team. So that's going to be a small struggle. He'll have to deal like a couple more autos than usual, and those couple more autos could be the reason why they lose a fight.
Yeah, well, if Spurja can land his 5-man ultimate to give penetration to his teammates, armor penetration, then they should be Gucci.
And we have a Rage Blade on Tryndamere. So after the changes, it's probably pretty good, as it gives you a lot of AD and also reduces the cooldown on his E.
Yeah, could be. Serial Gaming are now looking to like siege top lane, but I think they should have just at least pushed in mid lane so that would be also.
Well, they are going for Clydex, and they will get it. So big shutdown from Clydex. Kaiser dies. Now who's going to be the next one online? It should be Game Skill, and it is double kill for Kaiser, looking for more. Will he get the penta? He will not, as Gnomes gets 1 kill, Spurja gets 1, but it's going to be an ace for Team Coinflip Gaming.
And the big comeback comes again. Not Team Coinflip Gaming say not today. Not today, Serial Gaming. You're not going to get your first win against us, and they want to just kind of keep pushing. We'll get the turret, most likely that's the only thing that they'll get.
They should get, yeah, probably the turret and vision around Baron if they wish to get it. But they are pathing into Raptors, who will get the first. Well, Raptors are not alive. So,
But still, Serial Gaming have this game in the bag if they just don't throw. So Kaiser, please, for the sake of your team, try not to get cashed out again, and you should be fine.
and well, let's see. Spožais just farming the enemy jungle will take the blast plant and some of the vision. Actually, that's all the vision around Baron from Surreal Gaming. So vision advantage for Team Coinfield Gaming. Will have the Rift Scuttler as well.
And the Quadex picks up the Booba for himself as, yeah, nobody in his team really needs it other than him. Maybe
and on Tristan,
Jax.
it's pretty good, even though it's only 10%, but every little helps with the Tristan's Q, with the rapid fire, because that's probably the only important skill for Tristan in the game.
Yeah, and Onios is going to try and 1v1 Nerzel, but Nerzel is so tanky.
Yeah, too tanky.
Too tanky. I think Onios should go into some armor penetration.
Well, he probably is looking for that with his next item. But till then, I don't know if the game will last that long. We'll have to see. Maybe it's going to be the longest game.
15-minute game. A 60-minute game. Who knows? As Quadex gets 3 auto attacks onto Kaiser, it brings him down to half health. So not feeling too happy about that. But he's going to farm heal up pretty fast because of the Ocean Drake and the Bloodthirster.
And the Cocoon's really on point this game from game skill.
Yeah, he's been able to land almost all of them, like most of them. So good, really, game skill has been playing out of his mind this game.
Probably all the hittable Cocoons, if you can call it that. He threw a couple where it was obviously out of range, but the ones in range have all connected.
Yeah, Quadex now going to pick up the top lane wave, so he'll have some even more golds. Right now he has 1k in his pocket.
And Kleidex not opting for the early armor penetration. Well, I call it early, it's 30 minutes into the game. But it seems like he'll go for the Bloodthirster, which I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I think he has to get last
Whisper
Whisper.
and Mercurial Scimitar, since there's a lot of CC on the other side. But if he's confident into his ability to rocket jump away, maybe after the Cocoon lands, then yeah, why not? And well, Kleidex trying to frontline, but yeah, he's just proccing his rapid fire procs.
But,
and it seems like that they have like swapped the bases on the opposite side of the map.
But they are
And a big 3-man grand entrance from Riftwolf.
Wait, what? Quadex, what are you doing? He just ulted 2 of them for safety, But still
Yeah, he wanted to finish off the kill. Now Gnops is going to get game skill. And that is 3-0 for Team Coinfield Gaming and the Baron as well. And what a ultimate, what a flash grand entrance from Riftwolf.
Yeah, and that's just so big, and Onyo's just 1v1ing or 2v1ing.
And will he get it? One more auto, and he will 2v1 for Anya's. Kills off Nezu and M0.
And that's nice, and that's also Baron. And Onyas will do a lot of damage to the base here. I don't see how Adnex will be able to defend anything.
They should be able to get at least 2 inhibitors here.
At least.
Yeah, Kleidex recalled.
Yeah, but still, I think they should be able. Okay, they'll get 1 inhibitor at least. Well, okay, 2 inhibitors. 2 inhibitors. Okay, or will they?
They will.
Yeah. They won't be. Wait.
Onios.
Onios, what are you?
You just left 1 inhibitor live, and well,
but he's going back. Oh no! Wait,
let's hope it doesn't cost the game. Yes, of course he's going back.
Or no, he's not.
Ah.
Or is he? Does he know if he's going back? Okay, he knows.
Now Kleidex already mid. And well, a lot of damage on this Tristana. Bloodthirster finish. So I think that could be an option to go Bloodthirster in this situation. And yeah,
for the Sun, and
one
that's
kill,
going to be 2
and he's
kills.
going to get 2, or will it? The stoppage comes in, the double kill for Tristana. Will jump in for the triple, flashes forwards, and well, shot down from game skill. Clydex was a little bit too overzealous there.
Yeah, maybe he thought that he can make the game-winning play, but Onyos is going to pick up the third inhibitor, open up the base completely.
And game skills misses his cocoon and will pay for that. It has to use the Zanyas, but for how long it will let him survive. He tries to jump away. One more hit, Rift Wolf gets the kill. Nanezo's the next man on the line. Now Gnomes jumps in, Taliwal comes down, and yeah, Nezo dying as well. Atnex is alive, but can they 2v4 that?
It's hard to say, as yeah, it doesn't seem like they will be able to defend this. The turret falls, and the next one is going to be the Nexus, as all of the members are trying to get some more KDA for themselves, and that is the game. 20-26 at 35-minute game.
And yeah, much more competitive game than game one. I would say that Serial Gaming won this game, but then something happened.
Well, yeah, something happened.
Yeah, something happened. So I wouldn't say that Kaiser is a consistent thrower, but in 2 out of 14 games, well, I would say that in 2 out of 2 games where they had they had a super massive winning conditions, he threw the game, but they still have 2 more weeks to play, and in this game we could see Clydex dealing the most damage, followed up by Onyos. Onyos might not have dominated top lane as he wanted, since it did go back and forth, but he did get a lot of attention from the enemy jungler and the enemy mid laner. So for the, well, as ranking the Tryndamere, I would say it was successful. I wouldn't play it against all the teams. I wouldn't play it against all the matchups, but he knew that he's playing against Durgat, and maybe he has practiced this matchup before.
Yeah, and in the game we saw why you should give Onyos the Tryndamere, as he was able to just keep the pressure on, split pushing. The only thing that I didn't like is that neither Sportrace or Onyos, one of them should have picked up TP, because yeah, we saw in the mid game that Sportrace couldn't. Like, I stressed that they should split push, but Sportrace couldn't really split push.
He probably could have.
He could have,
but he just didn't.
Yeah, but they still, even though they didn't have TP, so when somebody would have went split pushing, then Serial Gaming could just go to Baron, as they had an advantage already. So they would have had an easy Baron, because it would be 5 versus 4. So that's next time they should think about that. And I think this was Serial Gaming's game. They should have won this, but a late game throw cost them the game, and yeah, unlucky.
Yeah, well, as this was the last game of week 7, can we go into the rankings and see how the rankings look after the week 7? And we got, again, after this week, still the first place is a split between Arvos and Žalgiris eSports. Then third place, fourth place is Falcon eSports versus Imantis 5, and fifth and sixth place, Keep Yourself Alive versus, well, not versus, but and Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, and 7th shared together with Team Solo Mid, both Vegan Uniform and Team Solo Mid, both sharing the 7th and 8th spot. So Team Solo Mid have been looking better, but still right now they are 8th for now at least, and then NACL are 9th, and Serial Gaming still 10th with no wins.
And well, I think that the top 6 can all go to LAN. Well, if the cards are played correctly, they all have a possibility to go to LAN. It would be really hard for Arvos and Žalgiris eSports to drop 4 games in a row.
But they could do it.
If that happens, it's not guaranteed that they'll go to LAN. So still a lot of contention for the top 4 spots. But yeah, now Arvos and Žalgiris eSports are looking pretty strong, and so is Falcon eSports and Imans 5. I would say that those are the teams that should probably go to LAN, but it's not guaranteed yet.
Yeah, but I think that eMATS 5 and Keep Yourself 5, both of them are equal teams. We saw them go 1-1, but it was because I think the first game went to eMATS 5 because they came back into the game, but the second game, Keep Yourself 5 were just able to completely stomp it. So I would say that Keep Yourself Alive would be a better contender, but I'm not sure yet.
And well, as you know, today is Friday the 13th, as I was informed. And on Fridays, not only on Fridays of the 13th.
Yeah, but all Fridays.
All Fridays we got axe giveaways. Now, for this one, lead us through what's going to be there.
So, in the bag, the Axe Find Your Magic bag. Really nice bag. Really good bag. Nice quality. We have 2 shower gels. One is mint free, so you'll always feel fresh in this one. You usually feel fresh in Latvia, but with this one you'll feel fresh, extra fresh. And the other one we have carbon and clean. When you play soccer, you always want to be clean, so you have to shower with Axe showers to just be the cleanest of them all. Then we have 3 deodorants. One is gold, the best one, that is anti-marks, so no sweaty armpits or none of that. Dry protection for 48 hours, so you can just spray it once per 2 days. Then we'll have Dark Temptation. You can use this with brown coals. It works perfectly with them. Just brings out the extra good smells. And then Black Anti-Transparency, so it won't be like, yeah, your shoulders won't get transparent or something like that. And it's 48 dry protection. And that's 5. If you win, you can choose 3 of these. You can choose 3 deodorants or 2 shower gels, 1 deodorant. Okay, the possibilities are endless. What you that you can
Not
choose.
endless though.
150, I think.
120
120
possibilities, but still, or even actually less than that. Or maybe more, whatever. So to participate in the giveaway, you had to answer the question: which League of Legends division has the most players playing in it? And well, we have the results, not of the division, but we have the results
of your answers.
Of your answers. We see them. We saw all of them.
Every single one of them.
And now one of the people entering this giveaway will win it, and we'll announce it in a moment. And are we ready? Are we ready? We are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
And well, we can do it pretty much faster. And yeah, the winner is 17. Ooh, a newcomer. We haven't seen you before today. And well, 17 with all those. I know this says gold, but it will help with all the challenger games you have. So congratulations, 17. You will be contacted. You will be contacted by our people.
Our BSL people.
And you'll be able to choose 3 of these 5 deodorants. And now, well, that is, yeah, sadly we won't have the second match today as they played it offline. The score was 1-1. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Now, there's going to be only 2 more weeks in the BESL Pro Season 1. Now, after these 2 weeks, we'll have the top 4 teams which will fight for the title of, well, the first season of BSL.
Of BSL King.
Yeah, the king of BSLs. And that's going to happen on 26th and 27th of May in Hypertown Riga Expo. Tickets are available. Yeah, you can check them in the description below. And yeah, for tonight, I was Derek Danger, together with me as always, Cookie, and we wish you a happy weekend.
With
You spray. You're stuck. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.